Welcome. Today we have seen the problem set number 2 of quadratic equations. You can see here also the first problem. Choose the correct answer for the following questions. Choose the correct answer of the following questions means that the questions are given and they are also having 4 options are there, and choose the correct any one options will be the solutions of the given questions. See here also, first question is which one is the quadratic equation. In these equations 4 options are there also. In these equations 4 options are there also. Then taken having the first option 5 upon x minus 3 is equal to x square. Then the required equation gets converted into quadratic form. The denominator term will get cancelled after that, multiplied by ax square. Then the highest index of the variable is also 3. In second options, x multiplied to the bracket of each term. Then the highest index of the variable is also 2. In third option, they are having already are given the highest index of the variable is not 2. And fourth option also same as the first option, x square of the required denominator term will be x square. We multiplied the required quadratic equation. After cancellation the term, the highest index of the variable is 3. Then by using the definition of quadratic equation having one variable and highest index of the variable is also 2, which in the following 4 options which satisfies the required condition will be option number B, satisfies the completely required equations, means that option number B is the correct answer. X into bracket x plus 5 is equal to is the correct options. Taken as the next problem. Second question, out of the following equations which one is not a quadratic equation. In first equation which one is the quadratic equation, but in second questions which is not a quadratic equation. In the following 4 options are there and choose the correct options. Taken as the first question, x square plus 4x is equal to 11 plus x square. The x square term in both sides will be same sign, will get cancelled. Then remaining term is 4x is equal to 11, means that the required equation having one variable but highest index is not 2. You can see here second option, x square is equal to 4x. You can observe it also, the highest index of variable is also 2. In third option, 5x square is equal to 19. Also same as the condition for highest index of the variable is also 2. And fourth options are there, 2x minus x square is equal to x square plus 5. Both terms x square having different signs, they do not cancel it, means that the required after equating the term, required equation gets into quadratic or standard form, means that first option is not satisfied the required condition of quadratic equation, means that option number A is not a quadratic equation. X square plus 4x is equal to 11 plus x square. This is not a quadratic equation. This is the solution of option number A, is the solution of second question. You can take the third questions. The roots of x square plus kx plus 1 plus k is equal to 0 are real and equal. What is the condition of real and equal roots? Real and equal roots means that the value of b square minus 4ac is equal to 0. Then substituting all these value, comparing with the general form and find the values of k. Find the values of k in the required equation. Which is the correct options are there? First is 0, second is 4, third is 0 or 4, or fourth option is also 2. Which is the correct option? After you can solving the required quadratic equation, after substituting the value of b square minus 4ac, we get the solution is the correct solution or the value of k, which is the taken as the b square minus 4ac. After substituting the value of b square minus 4ac, b square minus 4ac is equal to 0 hai, that is the condition of 0. After substituting the value of b square minus 4ac is equal to 0, value of a is 1, value of b is k, and value of c is also k. After substituting all these value, then you can solve it. After that the solution is 0 and 4. You can take the solution is 0 and 4 after substituting the values of in terms of b square minus 4ac. Then option is C is the correct option, 0 or 4. Taken as the Second one, the question is for root 2x square minus 5x plus root 2 is equal to 0. Find the value of the discriminant. Also find the value of discriminant. Required equations are there. Root x square minus 5x plus root 2 is equal to 0. And find the value of the discriminant. How to determine the value of discriminant? Means that discriminant in the quadratic equation is b square minus 4ac. Then substitute the values of a is equal to root 2, b is equal to minus 5 and c is equal to root 2 in the b square minus 4ac. Then you can see here also the value of b square minus 4ac. b square minus 4ac. To find the b square minus 4ac, value of b square is substituting value of b square minus 5 square. You can take a minus 5 square minus 4 into value of a is root 2. Value of a is root 2 and also having value of c is also root 2. Then calculate it. 5 square 25 minus 4 multiplication of root 2 we get 2. Then we get 25 minus 4 into 2 we get 8. Take the difference between 25 minus 8 we get becomes also 70. We get 70 means that correct option number is also having B is the correct option, which is 70. This is the required conditions of that given problem also. You can take the next problem. Question number 5. Which of the following quadratic equation has roots 3, 5? Then they are having 4 options for there and choose the correct options. Are there. You can see here the given problem. First option is x square minus 15x plus 8 is equal to 0. Second option are there, x square minus 8x plus 15 is equal to 0. Third and also having fourth options are there. Choose anyone. Has roots are 3, 5 means that alpha is equal to 3 and beta is equal to also 5. By using the required quadratic equation can be also determine the required equation is also. Means that first term we can say alpha plus beta. Then addition will be alpha plus beta is minus 8. After solving by using the condition of alpha beta, you can see here also the condition of alpha plus beta is equal to 3 plus 5 will get becomes also value is 8. Then the required quadratic equation form is x square minus alpha plus beta is equal to 0. Then alpha beta is value of alpha beta is equal to multiplication of 3 into 5 we get 15. The required value is plus 15. Then the required quadratic equation form is also you can solve it. X square minus alpha plus beta 8 into x plus alpha beta is 15 is equal to 0. Can be by using this condition. To determine the required quadratic equation, which is the correct option is also B is the correct option. Otherwise there is no value of alpha plus beta and alpha beta. You can firstly to determine the alpha plus beta and alpha beta. To the correct answer is option number B having correct answer, which is x square minus 8x plus 15 is equal to 0. This is the required quadratic equation form also having. There is the solution of the given required equation by using the given method. You can first also. Then taken as the next problem. Out of the following equation, find the equation having the sum of its roots is minus 5. Sum of roots is minus 5 means that sum of roots is minus 5 is means that alpha plus beta is equal to minus 5. Sum of roots means that alpha plus beta is equal to minus 5. In this all this equation alpha plus beta is equal to minus 5. How to determine the alpha plus beta is equal to minus 5? You can take the formula for alpha plus beta is equal to the basic formula minus b upon b. Minus b upon e can be using this formula to represent or to determine the correct option. You can take here value of minus b. In first option minus 15 upon a is 3. Minus 15 upon a 3 we get minus 5. But having minus plus means that plus 5 is the option are there. Plus 5 is the required value. Alpha plus beta in the equation is plus 5. In the required equation minus 5 value of b minus 5 minus and given equation so minus. Then we get the required values minus plus we get the required conditions also having the alpha plus beta is equal to minus 5. In third equation, third options are there, plus 3 is the value of b, minus 3 upon 1 will get the alpha plus beta is equal to minus 3. In last equation, plus 15, value of b is minus 15 upon 3, we get plus minus 5, we get the value of alpha plus beta is equal to minus 5. Means that this equation having last option having sum of roots is minus 5. Means that by using the formula for alpha plus beta is equal to minus b upon a, to choose the correct answer, option number D is the correct option, which is 3x square plus 15x plus 3 is equal to 0. This is the correct option. You can take the next problem, number 7. Root 5 m square minus root 5m plus root 5 is equal to 0. Which of the following statement is true for the given equation? In this equation, the given equation are in the form of standard form of the quadratic equation, which can be also statement which of the following statement is correct or not. The options are there. Real, first option are in there, real and unequal roots. Second options are there, real and equal roots. Third options are there, roots are not real, and fourth option is 3 roots. You can see here also in quadratic equation they are having not 3 roots. These also options will be cancelled also. Then roots are not real. What is the condition of roots are not real? Roots are not real, roots are equal, and roots are unequal. Roots of unequal condition is b square minus 4 is greater than 0. The value of discriminant is equal to 0 and value of discriminant is less than 0. Then by using the conditions of b square minus 4ac, to determine the value of b square minus 4ac, and after that you can choose the correct answer. You can take the value of b square minus 4ac. The required equation value of b is minus root 5. This is the substitute value, root minus root 5 minus 4 into value of a, root 5 into value of c, also having root 5. Means that root 5 square 20 not also having root 5 square is 5 minus having 4 into root 5 into root 5. We get the value 4 into root 5, 4 into 5 is equal to 5 minus 4 into 5, 20. We get the answer is minus 15. Means that the required value is minus 15. Means that which is the condition verified of the required equation, b square minus 4ac is less than 0. Means that the roots are not real. Means that option C is the correct option. C are roots are not real. This is the correct option of the given equation. Then also taken having the another problems. You can see here also problem number 8 also. One of the roots of equation x square plus mx minus 5 is equal to 0 is to find m. How to solve the given problems and choose the correct options are there. One of the roots of equation x square plus mx minus 5 is equal to 0 is to find m. How to determine the value of m? The required equation comparing with its general form or standard form of the required equation, and taken as the substituting the value of x variable in the required equation, and you can find the value of m. Taken as substituting the value of m in the left hand side of the required equation, 2 square plus 2m minus 5 is equal to 0. 2 square 4 plus 2m minus 5 is equal to 0. Equate the like term, plus 4 minus 5, we get 2m is equal to plus 4 minus 5 minus 1, means that 2m minus 1 is equal to 0. Then you get find the value of m is 1 by 2. Means that correct option is C. Is the C option is the correct option, which is value of m is 1 by 2. This is the complete the first question. You can now take the next problem number 2. Which of the following equation is a quadratic? You can see here the quadratic standard form of the quadratic equation is ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0. Then also you can solve the sum problems by using the given conditions. They can having the sum first problem, x square plus 2x plus 11 is equal to 0. Already the required equation in a standard form of the quadratic equation. The equation having one variable and also highest index of variable is also 2, means that this is the required quadratic equation. Why this is the how to decide the required quadratic equation, means that the required quadratic equation having one variable and highest index of the variable is also 2, means that any equation can satisfy the condition of the given equation. These type of the equations are a quadratic equation, means that it is a quadratic equation. It is a quadratic equation. It is a quadratic equation. You can only decide. Okay, you can take the second problem. X square, first is the first problem. Second problem you can take here. X square minus 2x plus 5 is equal to x square. In the required equation, observe the x square term will be two sides, left hand side also having right hand side, but having same sign, then will get cancelled. After simplifying the required equation, we get the form of minus 2x plus 5 is equal to 0. Then the required equation are in variable but having index is not 2 of the variable. Then also required quadratic equation, it is not a quadratic equation. It is not a quadratic equation. It is not a quadratic equation. You can take the third problem, which is x plus 2 bracket square is equal to 2x square. Consider as a x plus 2 bracket square is equal to 2x square. After simplifying the left hand side of the required equation, x plus 2 bracket square is equal to 2x square. Take the simplifying the left hand side of the required equation, we get x square plus 4x plus 4 is equal to 2x square. Equate the like term, we get the required equation is x square minus 4x minus 4 is equal to 0. Comparing with its standard form, yes, it is the required standard form of the quadratic equation. The equation having one variable and highest index of the variable is also 2, means that it is a quadratic equation. It is a quadratic equation. You can solve some problems depends upon the quadratic equation. Taken as the next problem, number 3. Find the value of discriminant for each of the following equation. How to find the value of discriminant? Discriminants in the required quadratic equation, if the value of discriminant is b square minus 4ac. This is the value of discriminant 4ac. By using the required using formula b square minus 4ac and to determine the value of discriminant. You can see here the first problem. This is the formula. It is represented by delta. Delta is equal to b square minus 4ac. You can see here the first problem taken as 2y square. Let us we can consider 2y square minus y plus 2 is equal to 0. Then the required equation firstly we can get converted into the standard form of the quadratic equation. Also already are the given equation in quadratic form. Then comparing with the general form, then the required equation is comparing with ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0 and determine the values of a, b, c. Also a is 2, then also b is value is minus 1 and also c here 2. All these values a, b and also c substitute in the required formula, which is delta is equal to b square minus 4ac. Then substituting after values in the required equation will be minus 1 square minus 4 into 2 into 2. After simplifying the required equation, we get 1 minus 4 into 2 into 2, we get 16. Then we get having the value will be 1 minus 16, we get minus 15. Means that the value of discriminant of the first equation is also minus 15. You can also write down the conclusion. The value of discriminant, the value of discriminant is minus 15. You can solve the problem in this type also. Very easy method to understanding. First equation, firstly you can see, repeat again also here. the required equation comparing with its standard form, and the value, determine the value of A, B and also C. After all these values substitute in the formula, which is formula B square minus 4AC. Value of B is minus 1 square minus 4 as it is into A, value of A is 2, also having value of C as also 2. Then after simplifying the required equation in this form, 1 square 1 minus multiplication of 4 into 2 into 2, we get also 16. 4 into 2 into also 2 will get 16, and take the difference between 1 minus 16 becomes also minus 15. That means that the value of discriminant is also having minus 15. You can take also the another problems. You can see here also the second problem, 5m square minus m is equal to 0. You can take here. This is method, very easy method to understanding. Having taken as the second problem, we can take 5m square minus m is equal to 0. The required equation we can consider here also, 5m square minus m is equal to 0. In this equation, the required equation first we can get converted into general form or standard form. We get the third term is not given in that equation, which is 5m square minus m plus we taken as the 0 is equal to 0. Also see here comparing with its standard form, comparing with required equation, comparing with ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0. After comparing with general form, value of a is equal to 5, value of b is equal to minus 1 and value of c is equal to also 0. You can take the formula discriminant is equal to my b square minus 4ac, substituting the values of a, b, c also in the required formula. We get minus 1 square minus 4 into 5 into we get 0. Then after simplifying the required equation, minus 1 square 1 and this total multiplication of all this term becomes also 0 minus 0. We can take as the value of discriminant is also 1. You can write down the conclusion. The value of discriminant is 1. You can also, this is the solution of the required equation. Now taken as the next problem, we get root 5x square minus x minus root 5 is equal to 0. This is very easy method. Only you can substitute the values of the required equation. Then taken as the, we can consider as the next problem, root 5x square minus x minus root 5 is equal to 0. The required equation already converts into standard form of the quadratic equation. Only you can comparing with ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0. Then we get here a is equal to root 5, b is equal to minus 1 and also c is equal to minus root 5. Taken having formula which is b square minus 4ac. After substituting all this value, minus 1 square minus 4 into root 5 into also having minus root 5. After simplifying the required equation, minus 1 square plus will be 1 minus 4 multiplied. First we can multiply all this term, taken having the multiplication sign, minus minus plus 4 into root 5 means that 4 into 5. We can take add 1 plus 4 into 5 we get, after simplifying we get 21, means that value of delta is also 21, means that value of discriminant, the value of discriminant is 21. This is the complete the problems number also 3. Now you can see here the next problem, problem number 4. One of the root of quadratic equation 2x square plus kx minus 2 is equal to 0 is minus 2. Find the value of k. First, to understand the meaning of that given problem, if one of the root of quadratic equation are given which is minus 2, means that this is the value of x variable of the given required equation. Then taken how to solve the required equation. Let us consider the required equation 2x square plus kx minus 2 is equal to 0. If one of the root of the quadratic equation is minus 2, means that substituting the value of x variable in the required equation, substitute x is equal to minus 2 in given equation, we get the required values after substituting the required equation. 2 into bracket minus 2 square plus k into multiplied by minus 2 is equal to 0. Then we get, simplifying the required equation, 2 into minus 2 square we get 4. After multiplied by k minus 2, minus 2k minus 2 is equal to 0. Multiplication of that required equation on simplifying, we get 4 into 2 we get 8 minus 2k minus 2 is equal to 0. Equate the like term, minus 2 plus 8 we get minus 2k minus 2 plus 8 we get plus 6 is equal to 0. Then we get the required, to determine the value of k, this constant term we can transfer in the right hand side. We get the left hand side term is minus 2k is equal to minus 6, and after that the value of k, after simplifying these steps also we get the value will be becomes also 3. This is the value of k is equal to 3. Take the next problem, number 5. You can see here the given problem is here. Two roots of a quadratic equation are given. Find the given equation having frame in the required equation gets converted into the frame of the equation. You can take the first problems to understand it. The some related problems, very easy problems are there. Taken having, let us consider as the 10 and minus 10. Two roots are given. First root represented as alpha and second roots represented having the beta. You can taken having the given two roots are given in that examples. Taken having alpha, you can represent the given first roots are alpha is equal to 10 and second roots becomes also beta is equal to minus 10. These having the two roots of the quadratic equation. First is alpha and second is a beta. Then by using these two roots to represent the given equation in this form of a frame of equations. What is the frame of equations? Then the frame of equations is the required equation is x square minus alpha plus beta into x plus alpha beta is equal to 0. This is the required frame of equations. Then by using the two roots, alpha and beta are having two roots are given in that examples, and by using these two roots, which values are known to the required frame of equations, which is first is a sum of roots. You can find the sum of roots alpha plus beta. Using the formula for alpha plus beta does not can use the value of alpha plus beta because the value of alpha and beta are given in that examples. You can only additions are there. 10 minus 10, 10 plus minus 10 becomes also 10 plus minus 10 becomes also value will be 0. Then find the value of alpha beta. Also having take the product of alpha and beta. Alpha is 10 and beta is also minus 10. Take the multiplication of 10 into minus 10 becomes also minus 100. See here also. Then which is the required quadratic equation? Then also required quadratic equation. Required quadratic equation is, which is equation general form is, frame of equation is x square minus alpha plus beta into x plus alpha beta is equal to 0, and substitute the value of alpha plus beta and also having alpha beta, which is alpha plus beta is 0, means that x square minus 0 into x becomes also 0 into x plus alpha beta minus 100 is equal to 0. Then the required equation after simplifying the required equation is x square minus 100 is equal to 0. This is the required given equation by using two roots are given. This is the solutions of that given problem also. You can take the next problem. This is very easy method to solving the some problems are there also. You can take the second problem. We get the required quadratic equation by using two roots are given. You can see here the second in the problems are there. You can see here the alpha is equal to, in second equations, second problem, first root is 1 minus 3 root 5 taken as the alpha represented as 1 minus 3 root 5, and also having represented as beta is equal to second root 1 plus 3 root 5. You can see here also these having the two roots are also given in their problem. Then find firstly the sum of roots also having alpha plus beta, having take addition of these two values, 1 minus 3 root 5 plus 1 plus 3 root 5. Which is the common term between them? 3 root 5 and 3 root 5 having same term but having opposite sign will get cancelled, means that remaining value is plus 1 and plus 1 will be added plus 2, means that alpha plus beta is equal to 2. Then find alpha beta is equal to first value, first root is 1 minus 3 root 5 into multiplied by second 1 plus 3 root 5. Take the multiplication. These terms are the factors of a square minus b square. This is the factors of a square minus b square by using the factors of a square. This is the factor of a square minus b square. Then convert into the required equation in this form. Plus 1 into 1, 1 plus minus minus 3 into 3, 3 square 9 into root 5 we get 5. Take the multiplication. Then having 1 as it is, minus 9 into 5, 45. Then 1 minus 45. Take the difference is minus 44. This is the value of alpha beta, minus 44. Then required equation is also find required quadratic equation. Required quadratic equation is having x square minus alpha plus beta into x plus alpha beta is equal to 0. Then substitute the value of alpha plus beta and alpha beta. X square minus alpha plus beta having 2 into x plus alpha beta minus 44 is equal to 0. Then required equation after simplifying, x square minus 2x plus minus minus 44 is equal to 0. This is the required another form of the second problem. You can see here also. Very easy method to understand it, only substituting the values of alpha plus beta and alpha beta in the required form of the quadratic equation, and also find the required frame of required equations also. You can see here the another taken having the problem will be 0 and 7. This having the third problem taken as you can see here. Let us consider value of alpha is 0 in third problem and beta is equal to 7. Then find the value of alpha plus beta. Alpha plus beta is equal to, take the value 0 plus 7 means that 7. Value of alpha plus beta is 7. Then find alpha beta is equal to 0 into 7, we get 0. Then required quadratic equation is the frame of equation is in the form of x square minus alpha plus beta into x plus alpha beta is equal to 0. Then substitute the values. Alpha plus beta is 7, x square minus 7 into x plus alpha beta 0 is equal to 0. After simplifying the required equation, we get x square minus 7x is equal to 0. This is the another form of the required equation by using the roots of the quadratic equation. You can see here the next problem, which is determine the nature of roots for each of the quadratic equations. First we say that determine the nature of roots of quadratic equations. See here some problems are given in that, and how to determine the nature of roots of quadratic equation. Nature of root of quadratic equation will be depends upon the value of discriminant. First, to determine the value of discriminant is b square minus 4ac. By using this formula b square minus 4ac to find the value of discriminant. After that, you can decide the nature of roots of quadratic equation. There having three conditions are there. First is a value of b square minus 4ac. The value of b square minus 4ac is greater than 0. The nature of roots are real and unequal. That the root at real and unequal roots. Then second condition is b square minus 4ac is equal to 0. The nature of the roots of quadratic equation is real and equal. Then having third condition is b square minus 4ac is less than 0, means that the nature of roots are not real. That having three conditions are there. By using three conditions to determine the nature of roots of given quadratic equations. How to determine? You can take and having the first problem to represent the nature of quadratic equation by using the concept of discriminant. You can take the first problem. Let us consider 3x square minus 5x plus 7 is equal to 0. First we find the some values of comparing with its standard form. First we comparing with ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0. After comparing with that required equation, we get the value of a is equal to 3, value of b is equal to minus 5, value of c is equal to also 7. Then find the value of discriminant, that is represented by delta is equal to b square minus 4ac. Substituting the values, b square minus 4ac, value of b is minus 5 square minus 4 into value of a is 3 into value of c is also 7. 5 square 25 minus the product of all this term 4 into 3 into 7. We get 84. We get the required conditions having 84. Then the subtraction of the given term is, we get having subtraction becomes also minus 59. Minus 59. We get the value of minus 59. By using, you have tell me the three conditions are there. Which condition satisfied the required value of discriminant? That will be the third conditions are there. The value of discriminant is less than 0, means that the given condition is less than 0. Also therefore delta is less than 0. Therefore the nature of roots are not real. You can write the conclusion. Nature of roots are not real. This is the method of to solving the given problems are there. You can see here also each and every step and to understand it. Then also taken having the another second problem. We get having root 3x square plus root 2x minus 2 root 3 is equal to 0. Also required equation comparing with standard form, comparing with ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0, and to know the value of ABC, a is equal to root 3, also having b is equal to root 2, also having c is equal to minus 2 root 3. Then find the values of delta is equal to b square minus 4ac. Then substitute all this value, root 2 square minus 4 into root 3 into minus 2 root 3. Then after simplifying the required equations, then we get root 2 minus plus 8 into 3. We get 2 plus 8 into 3. After simplifying we get 26. Means that value of discriminant is also 26. And to determine the nature of the roots of quadratic equations, then also the value is also greater than 0. Therefore, delta is greater than 0 means that nature of roots are real and unequal. Nature of roots are real and unequal. You can say that by using the some related concept or by using the some definitions or nature of roots of quadratic equation to solve the some related problems are there. You can take and having the another third problem, which is m square minus 2m plus 1 is equal to 0. You can take here the next problem. See also, let us consider m square minus 2m plus 1 is equal to 0. Also simplifying same previous problems, also comparing with the standard form, then also comparing with ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0 and know the values of a, b, c. Also here a is equal to 1, b is equal to minus 2 and also c is equal to plus 1. Then find the value of delta is equal to b square minus 4ac. Then substituting the values of the required equation, minus 2 square minus 4 into 1 into 1, we get, after simplifying, 2 square 4 minus 4, we get becomes also 4 minus 4 will be 0. In the required equations, which is the conditions will be that delta is equal to 0. That is the means that the value of discriminant becomes also 0, means the second condition is also verified, which is the roots are b square minus 4ac value becomes also 0, means that nature of roots are real and equal. By using the some related concept of nature of roots of quadratic equation, by